Hey y'all, this is AL Think Madame, and this is the recap review for Ready to Love. So, with this episode, it started out with the men going to the gentleman's lounge to talk, and they were discussing how things were going to go this week, which the men are going to introduce their top picks to their best friends, whoever their gatekeeper is considered to be. And so, to start it off, they had Paul with his friend, his best friend, who I don't know why he looked. I think he looked like somebody that I've seen before, not necessarily in real life, but anyway. And so I was just like, "Child, what? The PO stuff got to stop." But anyway, so ended up with Dakia and Carmen because Tina, for whatever reason, was not available. I don't know what's going on. The communication has been kind of crazy right now. I don't know. Don't know what's going on with her, but she wasn't going to be present. And he lived for her, and she was trying to act like she lived for him, which I'm not understanding, but go off though. So anyway, Dakia got there first, and she was talking to the friend, and we already know that Dakia is a vibe. It is what it is. The friend was here for Dakia, and then Carmen came. Carmen came looking like a fool, had them blue contacts in again, and Dakia even said something about it in the confessional and was like, "Girl, didn't Clifton already tell you that you look a fool with them blue contacts in and that it was not the look?" But go off though. She do look crazy. Like, I don't understand. Like, if you're going to wear contacts, why don't you get a realistic color, a color that actually makes sense? Yes, there are black people who have naturally blue eyes, but she look a fool. Anyway, but yeah, she loves to arrive and it's always like, what is this peasant doing here? That's the attitude that always comes off of her, whether she wants to admit it or not. But she's like, I don't understand why this person is here. And I'm just like, girl. Anyway, after everything was all said and done, Paul sat and was talking with his friend, and he was like, basically, if you want a real woman, a woman that's really going to be there for you, that's going to be for Paul, that would be Dakia. If you want somebody who's going to be here for P-O-J or whatever his name is, that would be Carmen, because she's superficial and, she has a lot of, it is stupid because it's so stupid. I'm just like, just say that y'all live for Carmen because of how she looks, but her body looks. Let's just keep it 100. Y'all be living for her because of how her body look and for how she craves attention, and she do the most to try to get attention from y'all. Just say that that's the only reason why y'all give this heifer attention, because it ain't her personality. Sorry, it's just not. I don't understand why y'all act like y'all be living for her when she acts so insecure and all of that. And whether she wants to say, "I'm not insecure," no, we can tell that you're insecure, because anytime you see another woman at a table with a dude that you claim to be interested in, what are they doing here? This isn't even competition. Like, you have to just, every time any of these situations pop off, she has to say, well, that's not any competition for me. And she has to say these things to try to trick her mind into feeling like there isn't any competition when there clearly is. And especially when it comes to Clifton, I'm gonna just leave her to just get that in her head that she ain't the number one pick. She ain't even the second pick, in my opinion, but who am I? Anyway, so then we see Tori and his friend link up, and he was like, I have two people that I've connected with who I want you to meet, and what I'm saying, I'm kind of struggling and I just need your help. And so Sabrina came, and y'all know that Ace is his, pick as well. So anyway, Sabrina arrives, and she was very nice, and she came with a present. She came with a nice smelling candle, and he's confused, like, well, dang, I mean, we've been kind of up in the air, and it's been kind of a whole lot of tension going on. So I don't understand. Like, this is kind of confusing that she's giving me a gift after basically making it seem like other people are like way above me when I live for you. So This is sending mixed signals. Like, what is going on here? So yeah, gave him a candle, and so like you could tell he was here for it, but he's still confused. But I'm glad that he noticed the fact that for a person to go out of their way to get you a gift, they're doing it, and they took their time on it because they wanted to express something to you. They care something about you. They want something out the deal. Especially, like, I think she's there for the process. I think she is there. Most of these people, I don't think they're there for that process. I don't think most of them are there for love. It is what it is. And so, of course, they end up talking about her past, which, you know, she had been married. And it's still kind of fresh, apparently, by the way they're talking. And so, you know, she just wants, like, she gave great answers, but after everything was said and done, he still felt some type of way because he was just like, I don't understand how we go so much time without even dealing with each other anymore like we used to, and it's not how it used to be. And basically, after everything happened, when that truth or dare situation went down, it's been very, very murky. The waters have been very murky, and I did not tell y'all that Ace was supposed to be there. Yeah, she didn't show up. And so he's calling her, which Tori made a mistake by sitting there at the table to call her. And it's like, I get it. I get it. It was right to call her, but he should have called her. He should have said, give me a moment. Let me go and check and see what's going on. Or just should have excused himself and just be like, let me go to the bathroom real quick. Not necessarily even announced that he was going to check and see where she is. But yeah, he did that and kept calling. She wouldn't answer, wouldn't text back, nothing. He's not understanding what's going on. So yeah, in front of Sabrina, he actually said how indecisive Sabrina is, but he's very decisive. And it's like, yeah, we might look good together, but what's really going on? Like, is she going to be there for the long haul? Like, is she going to be with me, or is she going to see something shinier and then want to go to that? Like, it is what it is. But I don't know how I feel, because I can tell he really is there for love. And I don't want him to end up going home because crazy stuff. He might have to self-eliminate. Like, it's too much going on. So yeah, anyway, we end up seeing Demetrius and his best friend. I don't understand how he's made it this far. I really feel like there must have been a whole lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that we didn't see, because for people to live for him the way they do, I'm just like, what is going on? And all the stuff that we seen with, oh boy, y'all already know who ain't never been here for. He don't do nothing. I'm thinking that they feel like, well, he's older, he's more established, he got this money because of the job that he has. That has to be the reason why they living for him, or somebody halfway talking to him, because he is just not it. So anyway, Sabrina came, and I think there's one other person who came. Let me make sure I find it real quick. And if it's not her, if it's not more than one person, then I don't know what I feel like I'm leaving somebody out. But anyway, he ended up, I think it was just a one-on-one with the three of them, really. Well, just the three of them, Sabrina, Demetrius, and his friend. So they were talking. This is when she finds out that he likes a submissive woman, but she's not used to that type of situation. It has to be a situation where you are okay with your man leading in every sense of the word. And I don't think she's here for any of that. She's never had to deal with being submissive to a man. And so she's kind of like, well, that's going to be a problem for me. But, you know, that's kind of like red flags for her. So I don't know. It's going to be kind of iffy how their situation going to go, because she really lived for him. And I don't know. I don't really get it. But like I said, there must be something that has happened behind the scenes that we ain't seeing. But everybody be getting their life when it comes to Demetrius. So then we see Clifton and Joy link up. And so at first it was just Clifton, Joy, and his friend. And then, was it Dakia? I think Dakia came into, no, Carmen came into the situation. No, Dakia came into the situation. And so, they were talking, and I mean, it was a vibe. It seemed cool, and it's crazy because when Dakia and Clifton had a date, he had her to try something that she don't like or probably wouldn't like, and he doesn't like olives. And so she was like, well, you had me try something that I ain't like. So she ended up feeding him an olive. He didn't like it. Like, I can't with olives. I don't understand anybody's fascination with an olive. So anyway, the friend asked, what was it that you noticed about Clifton? Like, what was the first thing you noticed? And so she was like, what can't you notice? Like, yeah. He was like, oh yeah, he's massive. She was like, yeah. And Joy was like, look, he is who he is, and he has been the same the entire time. And that's cool. That is what it is. It is what it is. I get that. But at the same time, Clifton be doing a lot. And I don't know if it's the type of a lot that most women would be here for once they really sit down and realize what the commitment would look like if they were with him. I don't know. And I mean, it's nice that he is, the type of person that's like, okay, what you see is what you get, and I'm gonna tell you how I feel or whatever. Like, he really is like, okay, kind of intense when it comes to certain things. Like, if he don't like something, he gonna tell you. If you live for something, he gonna tell you. It's just on all the time. How he feels is just gonna be what it is. But I feel like the flirtatious sexual side is what is being on display here. And that's why it's hard for me to see whether or not he's really there for love. So when Dakia came in, she had some kind of a cup, I guess you could say, or bowl that was made out of a shell. And she said that it looks like a vagina. And so when Joy left a little bit before she did. He was talking about he wondered if he could taste her vagina, which, though that was not the word that was used. And so he did take it, and then he tried the little drink or whatever was in that shell, and everybody laughed or whatever. And so, of course, after everybody left, Clifton wanted to know, who would you choose? Who do you think I would choose? I need to know who you think I'm gonna see, who you think I would be with. And he needs to be able to be with somebody who's going to match his energy. And, basically, he's not sure whether or not Dakia would be able to kind of like calm him down, because he likes being loud. He is a loud man. Can be loud, can be rambunctious, can be doing the most or whatever. Will she be able to match that energy and or be able to like calm him down and quiet him down if there's a need for that? You know what I'm saying? So, of course, right now, everybody always says the strongest connection is joy. It is what it is. So anyway, y'all, moving right along, we see Donovan. And earlier in the episode, we found out that, his best friend is Phil from last season. I still don't know how I feel about him. Him and Sydney supposedly are still together. If they are and they are happy, blessings and congratulations to y'all. I just felt some type of way after everything happened before, and I just don't know how to feel because we have so many unanswered questions. So anyway, yeah. So Sabrina's there, and who was the other person? Tina. Tina actually showed up for this date. And so Sabrina's confused because she was like, oh, well, I didn't know his connection was that strong with her, or was as strong as she thought it would be. Then, of course, Sabrina wanted to know about his relationship with Philip, and Phil and Donovan had been friends for like 12 years or whatever. And Phil wanted to know, as far as the level, like, I guess the ranking, where does Donovan rank? And so she was like, Tina was like, oh, he's up there. Sabrina gave the real and was like, look, he kind of leapfrogs people in this process. And I was like, whoa, child, you have to put his business out there, do you? But yeah, apparently something is going on. I don't know. Something might have been going on with her child, because she has like a 2-year-old. And so she felt some type of way. Like, she felt really, really connected to him because he's understanding that she has some stuff going on, and he explained to her she might need to just take some time away to get herself together and just take her time away from people. And that might have been why she was not available to P.O. or anybody else who might have had any kind of interest in her this week. So for some reason, Sabrina is feeling like there might be some red flags going on, because Philip has seen Donovan when he's been in a very vulnerable and dark place and all this other stuff, seen him when he was really low. And I'm like, how is that seen as a red flag? Like, maybe he was going through and he saw him, overcome it. Like, I don't know. Some people just take every little thing as a red flag. Maybe I didn't understand that segment, but it is what it is. And so Philip knows not to get in the middle of who he needs to pick. So I'm glad that he was like, ooh, you trying to put me in a hot seat. I can't tell you all that. You got to figure that out for yourself. But you know what you want. So you're going to have to do what you need to do and go hard in the paint for what you want. So yeah, in his mind right now, he's like, look, Tina has a 2-year-old, and that might be, her main focus, and she might not be able to, give me what she needs or what I desire from her. And on the side of Sabrina wants to have a family. She wants kids, and he don't really want no kids. I think he said he has 2 kids. Child, tell me why. Since Dakia and Paul haven't really had a date like that, I guess, he ended up having a date with her, and I can't. She talking about he checks a lot of her boxes. I'm like, why? So she's trying to figure him out a little bit more, so they had a date. So he's giving her a little bit of background information on her. He said that he chose the place where they're eating at, which didn't make any sense because they are pescatarians. He chose a vegan place. And so I was just like, whoop, you already start off on the wrong foot, but whatever. Wanted to know what is it that he's looking for or what he thinks he needs or whatever. And of course, he gave typical interviewing type answers that sound good on paper, but will you be able to execute? Because you ain't no spring chicken. I'm not trying to read. I'm just saying he's not a spring chicken. So some in the milk ain't clear. Some ain't right. Something's wrong with you. Something going on as to why this ain't going down. Like, y'all, I can't wait until this is over with, because something ain't right with him. And eventually the ladies who thought they liked him, hopefully they gonna spill the tea, because I don't understand what is going on. So we find out that he's into art, like he draws, sketches, paints, stuff like that or whatever. He makes it seem like he does it well. I was hoping that they was going to throw some stuff up there so I could see. Because, I'm into art and all of that. I went to school and won contests and stuff like that. I don't do none of that stuff no more. But I'm just saying. I kind of was like, oh, are they going to throw some stuff up there? Oh, okay. Just like when we saw when Eric was in the competition. They showed like pictures of him. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm thinking they're going to show something. But nothing happened. So whatever. She was happy to see that side of him and whatever, child, please. So anyway, moving right along to Tori. So Tori was able to get Ace to come out so that they could have a one-on-one. Well, when they came out, they talked, and, he basically let her know, like, I had a situation where, I was supposed to have you meet up with me so that we could talk because, I felt like we had a connection. So what's going on? Well, Ace dropped a bomb that, that she was sorry that she didn't make it, but she loves seeing love unfold, and she knows that his connection with Sabrina is really strong and that they're a very, very beautiful couple, and that she did not want to impede on that and come in and like confuse you. And she was just like, look, I see the way that you look at her. Any woman would love to have a man to look at them in the way that you look at her. And it's like, you're right. But girl, why did you have to do this? You should have said, I can't make it. But can I explain to you why I didn't make it at a later date and time? So that nobody would be looking for you. And then drop the bomb on him. Because I understand that would have been really terrible for you to drop that news on him right before we go out on the date and set up or whatever with his friend and with Sabrina. So yeah, that would have dampened his spirits. It would have done a lot. And so she ended up excusing herself, self-eliminating from this process. And I'm just like, child, talking about her connection with Laverne. Girl, what is y'all? I just need to know what y'all see. Outside the fact that he actually is a nice looking person, his personality or something ain't clicking. I don't know what it is. Everything ain't adding up. Some of the milk ain't clean. The math ain't math. And I don't know what it is. There's something about him that ain't there. I feel like he's just one of those other people that in certain situations, he knows what to say to reel you in. And that's why you think he all of these things and he's not. Anyway, so they ended up going their separate ways. It is what it is. Child, we get to the deliberations. Everybody saying how everything went. This is where Tommy actually finds out about Ace self-eliminating. And he was like, well, if any of y'all feel like that, please call me. Because I guess Ace just left, ain't said nothing to nobody. I'm like, dang, why, ma'am? So, you know, several men are into certain women or whatever. And so whenever things were said about certain people, they were paying in on folks. I just be like, child, y'all being so petty. Y'all are being so petty. Y'all are being so petty. Ain't that much going on with this. It was just to the point where nobody could really settle on what they wanted to say as far as who needed to go home. So Tommy was like, so do y'all need some more time to deliberate? And then they were like, yeah, I think we need some more time. He was like, okay, well, nobody's getting eliminated today. I'll give y'all some more time. That was the end of the episode, y'all. Thumbs this video up. Subscribe to my channel. Y'all see, I'm tired in my spirit. It's just too much running around going on this show. Like, everybody's just doing the most on this show. Like, everybody doing the least. Most people are doing the least on this show. And I'm just over it. It's like I'm ready for this. I don't know what it is. Every season just been getting worse and worse. But anyway, y'all, again, thumbs up this video. Subscribe to my channel. Let's talk about this down in the comment section. What did y'all think about this episode? I'm tired.